They were watching in the silence, reading skies the world ignored. Kings with crowns, yet hearts still restless, knowing there was something more. Not for power, not for glory, not for kingdoms built on sand, but a promise written softly in the heavens' open hand. They saw a star rise in the darkness, not a sign of war or flame, but a whisper born of mercy, calling every soul by name. They left their thrones and trusted questions, left the comfort of the known, for a road that led through wonder to a child upon a throne. They followed the light, not knowing the way, but knowing the light would not lead them astray. Through desert and doubt, through night and through fear, they followed the promise that God had come near. They bowed not to power, nor wealth, nor might. They followed the light. The road was long, the nights were heavy, stars their map, faith their breath, every step a silent prayer. Through the shadowlands of death, what king is born without a palace? What ruler sleeps in borrowed space? Yet heaven bends toward humble places where the world would never look for grace. Still the Spirit kept them moving, gentle, steady, drawing near, not with force but with a longing only listening hearts can hear. They weren't sent by signs and wonders, they were led by something true, that the world was aching deeply, and this child was heaven's answer too. They followed the light, not knowing the way, but knowing the light would not lead them astray. Through desert and doubt, through night and through fear, they followed the promise that God had come near. They bowed not to power, nor wealth, nor might. They followed the light. They brought their treasures not to impress, but to speak what words could not. Gold for the King who reigns forever, frankincense for prayers he'd carry to God, myrrh for the road he had yet to walk, for the suffering written in love's design. They saw a cradle and a cross, glory wrapped in human time. They didn't come to take a blessing, they came to give their lives away, to kneel before a holy mystery and let their wisdom learn to pray. And when they saw him, they understood this child was not for Israel alone. He was the hope of every nation, every exile longing home. Not born to conquer with the sword, but to conquer hearts with truth. Not crowned in gold, but crowned with mercy, restoring what the world had bruised. They followed the light through night and pain, through questions unanswered, through loss and gain. And when they arrived, they laid it all down, every fear, every crime. They followed the light, and the light was him. And now the star still shines in silence, not always seen but always near, calling kings and calling beggars, calling faith and calling fear. You don't need to know the whole way, just the next step through the night. If your heart is still searching, you are already in his sight. The road still bends toward Bethlehem, toward grace in human skin, and every soul that seeks him humbly will find that God has already stepped in. So follow the light when the night is long, When the road feels broken, when hope feels gone, bring what you have, let your heart be known. He's the King who welcomes every throne. Lay down on Christmas night or an ordinary day, follow the light. He is the way. Not just a child for a season, not just a song for the year, but Emmanuel, God among us, still drawing every heart near. So we follow, still we follow, till faith becomes our sight.